So the next issue is more, people, just sort of discussing things. And you also see like both sides of the fight still fighting bad guys. On one hand, you're seeing the pro-registration Avengers team taking out a fucking Ultron robot, or a Doombot rather. And the public's loving it because they're the face of change and a more responsible tomorrow and everything. But then you also cut to fucking Vulture and Reaper chained to a garage post, like an underground parking garage thing, going like I thought you guys were supposed to be arresting that guy. Why did he still get to fuck us up? And they're like, you shut the fuck up, villains. Okay. First of all, you're not gonna pull this shit on us. No. You're not gonna get our fucking sympathy. No. So they're like, okay, so yeah, so Captain America, yeah, Cap's good, but compared with all the other ones, then they're saying how many supervillains is that now that we've caught? 7 or 8 or something like that. And they're like, yeah, 15. 15 of these guys. Cap's good, but I don't think he's that good. This means that he's not alone in this. So fuck. Okay, they're getting bigger in numbers. And
go Team Cap.
And even the pro-registration people are talking, they're going you hear that cheering? That's the sound of change. That's approval. That's people believing in superheroes again. And, well, I mean, are we still technically superheroes at that point? Aren't we just SHIELD agents at this point? He's like, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, we are superheroes. And we save people. The only difference is that now we're the kids, the amateurs, and the sociopaths, they're all getting weeded out. Okay, it's fine. But then Tiger's like, yeah, and where does Cap fit in that? And Tony's like, oh, God damn it! Look, he's wrong. Okay, he is wrong. And hopefully he will come to see that. Just trust me. And you're seeing some of the other heroes at home, even the Fantastic Four. You're seeing Reed is fucking obsessed with this shit, running the numbers and everything like that. And Sue Storm is doing anything to get him to stop and maybe give her a little some. But he is just one track minded. Basically she could be standing, she could be using an invisible platform, naked and just doing this shit, fucking like invisible stirrups, just about going come and eat dinner, honey, whatever. And he would just be like, yeah, have you seen this socioeconomic graph I'm running right now? Just goddamn. It's
Reed doesn't deserve Sue.
Yeah, and she keeps occasionally sprinkling in I hope Johnny is doing okay. He seems fine last I saw him. You haven't checked on him lately. He's like, oh, that's cool. Send him my regards. That's nice. Just not giving a fuck. God damn, dude. Oh,
right.
But yeah, so yeah, Reed is just being an inattentive dick to Sue, and even she sees a little disc saying that what's this number 42? And he's like, yeah, honey, that's classified, dear. Go run along, please. And oh, it's fucking
leave him for Namor, Sue. Go be.
She gets an opportunity in issue 5, I want to say, maybe 6. She doesn't take it up, spoiler alert, but god damn it.
I've mentioned this in a few other episodes. Not that Namor is that. Yeah. Right.
Oh god.
He's basically
yeah, essentially first mutant, blah blah blah. And more people talking, there's even at the Daily Planet, Robbie Robinson and Robertson rather, and J. Jonah Jameson are talking. Yeah. What's that?
You said Daily Planet. You mean Daily Bugle.
Did I say? Son of a shit. I promise I know better.
I know you do.
The Daily Bugle and
what happens when drinks.
Yeah. The entire planet is in fucking jeopardy here. God damn it. Give me a Jesus.
It's fair. Slack. It's fair. Go on. Okay. Daily Bugle.
So yeah, like they're talking, and like even Robbie's like, you know, like, well, Jay Jonah, do you really think everybody's gonna sign on to this? And he's like, no, only the smart ones. And he's saying this as he sees Spider-Man flying on by.
Jay Jonah, his hard on for hating Spider-Man.
Oh God, yeah. And well, and the hard on for hating superheroes grows ever larger and ever more erect as they start chasing Kid Patriot. I think he was still Kid Patriot at this point before becoming just Patriot. He's being chased by multiple shield helicopters, and like he's jumping from building to building, like being like just junked from top to bottom with tranquilizers. And like eventually like they're unleashing like gas grenades and shit. They're blowing holes in buildings to catch this guy, and like apparently everybody's cool with it. But so yeah, they end up capturing. It ends up turning out, yeah, they caught all the Young Avengers: Hulkling, Wiccan, Stature, Hawkeye, Speed, everybody. And they're like, should we like send somebody to like help these guys? And they're like, oh, we already got some people on that. And like the soldier, you know, there's the two people driving the truck, and like the guy in the passenger seat is going like, hey, like, don't you understand? Like, you know, why don't these guys understand? Like, this is for the good. Like, this is to make people like them again. And like, hey, and they'll get paid. Like, they'll get to fucking, you know, like live off of this. Like, why do they hate that? Like, why do they hate more responsibility? Like, I don't, is it just because they don't get the thrill out of it for, you know, doing whatever, you know, whatever, you know. And then the driver all of a sudden like is like, you know something, soldier, you talk too much. It's Captain America in disguise. And it turns out Falcon in disguise is in the back. He's knocked out everybody back there and is disabling everybody's things, and frees up Wiccan first, going like, I need you to fucking teleport us immediately. He's like, well, but I don't even like, no, I don't want to fucking hear it. I want to fucking hear and they manage to do it, you know. They escape, and they end up in a new headquarters, which is apparently one of multiple headquarters that Nick Fury set up, excuse me, for them to like hide out in. They're like only level like 37 SHIELD agents know this. And they're like, okay, how many does that make? And they're like, just Nick Fury. Like, he's the only one who knows this shit, and now we have it. So
nice.
Nice. And they're like, yeah, like, so we're gonna be working on your guys' new secret IDs. And like, wait, what do you mean secret IDs? Like, why do we need new IDs? And they're like, fucking duh, dude. Like, if you're gonna be wandering around in public, like, a lot of the people already know your current ones. Like, you know, somebody knows them. Like, we need to be able to get you to go around. And but then Cloak is like, guys, you might want to take a look at this. And it turns out there's a press conference being held by Tony Stark. He's talking about the benefits of, you know, registration. He's going like, you know, like I feel like I'm Tony Stark. Obviously, I don't feel like I need an introduction. Just like my buddy Spider-Man here doesn't need any introduction. Spider-Man comes in, and at this point, he's in his classic costume, the blue and reds, as opposed to the Iron Man armor. And everybody's like, wait, what the fuck is happening right now? And he's talking about this. He's like, I have protected, you know, my identity for a sense of responsibility, because like I care about my family, like, but like I also care about all you guys, like, and you guys deserve accountability. Like, everybody deserves to be safe, deserves to be rescued, and like everything else. And everybody is going like, I hope you know what you're doing, Tony. Like, what is this? And like the X-Men are going like what the hell is he about to do? And Spider-Man's continuing like, you know, like so I've been thinking about this long and hard, and it's, you know, you deserve accountability, and it's only after talking long and hard with my wife and my family that I've come to this decision. Like, you know, like people, you know, can keep going wild like Captain America, or they can go legit and you know, like put themselves out there. And cut to the Daily Planet, and Robbie is like, or no, like some random woman. She's like, Mr. Jameson, and he's like, you think of even asking me right now what kind of coffee I want, and you are fired, young lady. Like, he is glued to that TV set. And finally, he pulls off, or he's standing there, and he goes like, I am not wearing my old costume here because I'm ashamed of who I am. I'm wearing it because I'm proud of who I am. And I'm here right now today in front of you guys to prove it. My name is Peter Parker, and I've been Spider-Man since I was 15 years old. And first of all, let's just address this shot. It's fucking perfect. Like, the build-up is perfect. And then let's scroll down to Mr. Jameson straight up fucking passes out. It's the perfect panel. Like, you can't get more perfect than that shit. And then this final page of any questions? This is one of my favorite pictures that has ever been fucking put to like a piece of paper. God damn it. It's so like perfect. The lights, the juxtaposition of everything. Like, oh my Jesus. I have to be very careful slamming that thing down in righteous anger, because good God, I'm pissed at how fucking great that is.
I feel
like that was, yeah, that's maybe in my opinion, I feel like that is like the biggest moment of the whole fucking series.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that is great and powerful, but nothing comes fucking close to that shit. Like, that meant shit was fucking real. That was in the fucking real world papers. The newspapers on Earth number whatever fucking designation we are, you and me, like, were reporting that like this was like it wasn't like front page, but like on the front page in like one of those filings, like oh, Spider-Man reveals his identity, page whatever. I've never seen that shit in newspapers before, except maybe the death of Superman, maybe.
Yep.
And so, holy Christ. So
Your drink's a little strong, huh?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. And I've taken too long of breaks in between it, and it fades. It fades really well. But and like in the next page, or the next issue, straight up just opens with Tony, like, it's still the same press conference, and Peter's got a stupid grin on his face, and Tony Stark is doing one of these like things, like going like, soak it up, kid. You're bigger than Elvis right now. So
Hey, shut up, Tony.
No, I think that's a fair comparison at this point.
True.
At this point, like, nobody had guarded their secret identity more closely than Peter Parker, as other people are going to be quick to point out here. But so, like, I think that's, all things considered, I think that's a fair comparison. Like, holy shit. Like, that was a big fucking moment. It's not.
It's encouraging him to soak it up, the right thing.
Yeah, like, well, it's going like, hey, you did the right thing. Like, just let yourself feel good about this. That I understand. It's not like the divisive what the Beatles said, like when they said they were bigger than Jesus. which a lot of people took as them sucking their own dick. And they're like, no, it's actually kind of fucked up that this is, you know, what it is, that people give more of a shit about us than our fucking Lord Jesus Christ, you know?
Right.
Which my take on religion is a whole other fucking matter entirely, but we'll not get into that. So then a lot of the next issue is the different sides talking to like other superheroes and other factions and other nations and stuff like that. Mostly it's the pro-reg side talking to these people. Reed goes to talk to T'Challa about this, and he's like, and even T'Challa knows this is kind of fucked up. He's like, you made Spider-Man unmask in front of all these people. And Reed's like, no, like he chose to do that. Like he chose to do that to show that this is the right thing to do. He's like, I don't know. And they're like, he's like, Reed, you're asking me to help you, but I will tell you right now, Wakanda does not appreciate when America gets involved in our affairs. And I feel like the feeling is mutual in this case. And Reed's like, no, actually, I mean, the president specifically asked for you in person, like, to do this. He's like, well, they're sorry to have to disappoint the United States president, but by the way, how is Johnny Storm? And Reed's like, oh, I mean, yeah, he's fine. Like Sue checked in on him not that long ago, but you know, like I'm. Like, you know, I feel like she would have said something if like something really bad happened. And yeah, you could tell he's like not having this. She's like, yeah, like, and like the more T'Challa tries to talk about like how like him getting involved probably wouldn't be a good idea, and how like this whole thing might be a big mistake, Reed is just like off in his own fucking little world going like, you guys have like some pretty trees here without any birds or bugs, or like, you know, like how did you do that? Like, is this natural, or did you guys change this? And he's just, and T'Challa is just like, oh, word of advice, Reed, call Susan.
T'Challa's like, don't even go there. I do not want none of that mess.
Yeah, he's like, you have made it clear that you do not give a fuck about your own family, let alone any of us. You seem to like numbers more than you like people. So
accurate.
By the way, I hope I don't sound wildly racist as the Black Panther. It's occurring to me as I'm doing this, I'm like, I've never really had to do a Chadwick Boseman T'Challa voice. But it's just my natural voice actor in me is just like, if somebody has like a distinct voice, I'm going to try to impersonate them when I'm reading as them. I do not hate on languages or dialects or tongues, whatever. Like, I love that shit, and that's part of why I like to, you know, toss that in when I'm talking to them, is to celebrate the differences. So, you know, whatever. Somebody's still gonna tell me I'm a racist fucking piece of garbage, but that's fine. But then you're seeing newspaper reports of like, yeah, like Tony Stark promises to tackle the super rebels. Meanwhile, you know, Cap's secret Avengers tackle another Sinister Six plot and shit, you know. Then, oh yeah, they're also talking, excuse me, Hank Pym tries talking to Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange isn't home. Like, Wong is straight up like, yeah, like Doctor Strange fucked off for like all of this. Okay, like, so sorry to disappoint you. He's going to be over there fucking off. Like, he's not here to be talked to. And they're like, oh, like that sucks. And Wasp, of course, is sitting there going like, God damn it! Every time I'm in this fucking house, my get no signal. Like, all my phone is just a complete mess. So, its damn watch always seems to stop when I'm in this stupid house, she says. I was thinking this was at a time when smartphones were at all like fucking prevalent, let alone. I think we were still like another year away from the iPhone, if I'm recalling correctly. Anyway, the next stop that we see is Tony Stark meeting with Emma Frost on the Xavier Mansion front lawn with the Sentinels watching, and he's going like, yeah, so this is kind of nice. Like, we haven't sat down like this since Marrakesh. Did you ever tell Scott that we used to have these little arrangements for whenever we weren't single, or for whenever we were single rather? And she was like, I'm gonna ignore the fact that you just said a bunch of drunk shit since you're supposed to be sober, Tony.
She's lucky like, she didn't rearrange his fucking brain.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, he can't keep any secrets from me being a telepath and all, so I don't feel it right to keep secrets from him. So there you go. We later, though, see him in the Wolverine spinoff from this. Wolverine spinoff in this, by the way, is that he goes to find Nitro and murder the ever-loving shit out of him, as he do. And at one point,
he what he does.
Yeah, and at one point, like Emma and Cyclops, well, especially Emma, is giving him the fucking how you do, and Logan's like, yeah, does Scott know about your little team ups with Iron Man, so to speak? And he's like, yeah, I didn't think so. Look, yeah, like you're not keeping secrets around here, okay? And I forget what he said, like how he knew it, but oh no, it was because of Rogue, because apparently Rogue had like touched her and absorbed something at one point, and he's like, yeah, like you're in no moral high ground here, Missy. So
but I don't think Emma Frost usually has the moral high ground. No offense.
Yeah, I detest her very much. I know some people love her and like see more to her character, and I get that to an extent, but I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so he's like, okay, so we're sitting here talking, and you're a psychic, so is there really any point in me actually talking and asking my question? And she's like, yeah, no, there really isn't. And my answer is fuck off. We as mutants may understand a thing or two about being forced to register for something just to function in society and being ostracized, you know. He's like, look, like yeah, ask the moms and dads at Stanford if they think, you know, Captain America is still fighting the good fight at this point, as you are claiming to try to do. And she's like, oh, don't you even fucking with that. Let me ask you something. Where were the Avengers when Genosha burned to the goddamn ground? Millions of mutant lives lost, and nobody there helping us. Yeah, I can't help but notice that you haven't fucked off yet. Yeah. So
how did he think that was gonna go?
Yeah, he's like, he's like, all right, look, I get it if you're not happy with that, and I'm sorry that we didn't get involved, but like, I'm trying to look out for the best interest of your students, and I'm surprised that you're not. And she's like, oh no, we're not looking to get involved in this little fight. And I promise you, if you leave us the fuck alone, that we won't get involved in either side of the fight. All right? All right. Are we good here? Are you done? Like, can you properly fuck off? Okay. And so he does. He fucks off with Happy. You know, Happy's like, you know, how'd it go? Like, not that great. But I mean, they're not joining Cap, so that's still a bonus for us. But you know, but then of course, a voice comes from the bushes. You know, like, Mr. Stark, can we talk? Apparently, Bishop decides it's a good idea to join his side. because of his shit he's seen.
Mm.
So, and we see some other folks as things go along. So then the next thing we see is like we all of a sudden see like these people just introducing themselves and their jobs, and it turns out they're actually the Avengers and the other anti-registration heroes practicing their new identities. Captain America's like, you're like, oh, I'm Biff Rexley, you know, like I don't remember their names. I only wrote down one name. I'm a security supervisor at you know, this building, shopping mall in Queens, and they have Hercules as he's like, you know, like, I'm Rex Weasley, you know, an IT consultant for a very prominent firm. Because of course that's what fucking Hercules is going to be doing, is handling anything computer related. Then they have and like Daredevil is like, hi, I don't fucking know, Teddy Ruxpin or whatever the fuck his name was, an engineer from Long Island. And then you have Goliath going like, what the hell is a Roxwell Dodsworth? Like in community outreach, like why not something cool, like an actor or a pro athlete or a race car driver or something? Like, why can't Nick Fury come up with something cool like that? And they're like, yeah, because there's nothing fucking underground about a fucking public actor or athlete or race car driver, you dumbass. So, but and so they're, you know, like Daredevil is all for this. He's going like dude, like I'm like having a lot of fun now, like thinking about like what are my new favorite foods? What are some new favorite movies, new favorite bands and music? Like that's awesome. Like this is exciting for me. Like, so apparently he just wanted to be an actor his whole life and didn't know it. But then Steve is just like I'm honestly kind of just bummed out right now, because I had an appointment. I was supposed to be meeting a sick kid for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh.
I told him we were gonna like shoot some hoops and like just have some fun, but I can't do that now because there's probably police and SHIELD officers like swarming that fucking place right now.
That's so
like it's the little things they've taken away from us with this bullshit. But then right then they get a notification and letting them know like, okay, there's been a break-in reported. There's like this big emergency going on at this thing, this like chemical plant. And as they're running off fucking and you see them like changing costumes, like Steve Rogers is straight up doing like the like Superman style, and Goliath is like, all right, like, you know, like sneaking away through alleys and changing costumes. Like, I am actually like I'm getting to love this, you know. But they get there and they're like, I don't see like anybody. Like, there's no life readings, no like panic, you know. Like Cable's like, yeah, I'm seeing no signs of distress. Like, no. Like what is it, Cable? He looks and he sees like whatever building, property of Stark Industries, and he's like,
yep.
Oh fuck, everybody get the fuck, like, let's fuck off please immediately, like this. And nope, it's too late. They get their teleporters, Cloak, Wiccan, all, like they get tranquilized immediately.
Oof.
Like Cass, like, oh, it's a trap. And Iron Man comes in like, yeah, no fucking duh, it's a goddamn trap, you idiot. Like, how else are we supposed to talk? Okay, because you're not returning my calls. Like, I'm a little hurt. Yeah, keep in mind this was before this is a good like year and a half before Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, like kind of reinvented how the character behaves. But like I'm still channeling some of those mannerisms just by default.
Yeah.
You gotta figure he's like, yeah, like I'm kind of hurt. Like you didn't send me a card. Like, you know, like I totally just wanted to just like chat, you know. Ugh. And he's, you know, surrounded by various superheroes and they're surrounded by and they're like, what did you do to these guys? And even Spider-Man is being a little shit, a self-righteous little shit, going like, yeah, just a little tranquilizer to fucking like let them take a little nap while the big boys talk, you know, like oh, he is just being too, like he's being Spider-Man levels of smug. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's always works out so well, but you know, and they're surrounded by, you know, shield vehicles and everything, and yeah, everybody's ready to fire at a moment's notice. And like Cap's going like, oh, they're saying, because like everybody's ready to fire, and Maria Hill is like, yeah, you guys don't fucking fire unless I tell you to. Like, we are not here to fucking kill these people. And Cap's like, oh, good for you. Like, oh, you apparently, you know, like cutting us a little fucking slack. And like, oh, come on, Steve. Like, we're not here to arrest you. We're offering you amnesty, okay? He's like, oh, you mean a fucking surrender? Yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. And Spider-Man is going like, oh, come on, Cap. Like, this goes against every principle you've ever fucking fought for. And Cap's like, oh, you do not get to fucking talk to me about principles, okay, you web-headed little shit. Like, I saw your fucking stunt on TV. Like, how does Aunt May feel knowing that the fucking Hobgoblin has her home address? You know?
Right.
And like Iron Man has his mask up at this point. He's going like, dude, I don't want to fight you. I want to talk to you. Like, this is the right thing to do. Like, please let us just talk. We can stop anybody else from having to get hurt here. Like, please. Like, things are bad right now, but I want to show you that this is the right thing to do. And he's like, here, like, can we talk? Like, please, can we talk? And see Cap like looks at his hand and then immediately looks up, and there's fucking like 47 helicopters with guns armed on them. He's just like, all right, what the hell? You got 5 minutes. He's like, all right, thank you very much. That's all I'll need, okay? And Spider-Man stoked, like, see, like I told you guys. But then starts like, wait, what the hell? And there's a little fucking thing here that wasn't there before. And the next thing you know, his entire armor is fucking shutting down, and the heroes are ready to attack, and fucking Cap's like, surprise, motherfucker! He's like, yeah, this was something that we cooked up a while ago, like in case you ever fucking went wrong, like in case you ever went evil. And now we're ready to fucking beat all these people up, and they're gonna leave us the fuck alone. And it goes, yeah, to a big old fight. Goliath is fucking bitch slapping everybody into the river, and it's just a brutal beatdown fight. Like Spider-Man keeps dipping in and out, like grabbing Cap's shield with his gross 3 extra robot arms. They wouldn't be as gross if there were 4 of them.
Agreed.
Yeah, Infinity War movie proved that it can be totally fine. Yeah. Oh, that's something I should have mentioned. It's a big part of why Peter is on the pro-Reg side and willing to listen to Stark in the first place, is because at this point, Tony Stark has become like a tutor, like he's sort of become Tony Stark's apprentice, kind of. He's become Tony's become a mentor for him. That's the word I was looking for before.
Yep.
Tony's become a mentor for Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's like his apprentice. Tony's setting him up to be a better superhero. Like hooked him up with a better suit and everything, like complete with stealth functions, glider functions, the robot limbs, a bunch of other shit that he can do. It's in, of course, red and gold because fucking Stark.
Yeah.
He has to flash his ego where he can, and then, but also he wants to train him. Like he believes, like with Peter's scientific mind, like he could fucking take over Stark Industries someday.
I mean, that's not wrong.
For sure. Like, you know, then that's something that it's one of those things with the evolution of Peter's character. It really is a tough spot they put him in, because on one hand, you want him to be, you know, like people identify with him as the low level, like, you know, bad luck, the Parker luck, as it's called. You know, where like he just can't catch a break and he's like barely able to afford his bills, but he's a fucking legit genius. And like every time they try to show that, like, yeah, he can use these powers, which everybody wants to see him use these abilities that he's got in his brain, but then people are like, yeah, but this isn't the fucking like lowly Spider-Man, like down in his luck, you know, whatever. God fucking damn it. So getting a fucking status quo on his ass is tricky, that everybody's going to be happy with, unfortunately.
The paradox.
Yeah. Like the better he's doing, the less Spider-Man Peter Parker-y he really is. Like as far as a lot of people are concerned. Both are yeah.
Both are valid.
Yeah.
All Spider-Men are beautiful and valid.
Yeah. So so Peter, you know, he's using all these abilities, like, and he ends up like punking Captain America with his own shield using the gross arms, and this gives Tony enough time to reboot his armor, and he makes a crazy beeline for Steve. Like you can see it through his fucking iron face. He is pissed. He is, yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
He is ready to fuck a dude up. And like, as he's going like, yeah, like, Steve, you are wasting your time fighting back. Like this armor here, the one that I'm wearing, this has recorded every fucking punch you've ever made. Like you do not stand a fucking chance. And like he's beating the ever loving shit out of him. And Hercules is trying to get through, like he is tossing She-Hulk aside like a rag doll, like trying to get to him. And all the shield carriers, like this whole time they keep saying like, we're ready to fire. And they're like, and Maria Hill keeps going like, no, like do not fire. We've got a codename Lightning on standby. And then same here, like, you know, like permission to engage. Like, no, do not engage. Codename Lightning has first go, okay? And finally, we see Codename Lightning as a fucking massive bolt plows through the fucking superheroes, and everybody stops fighting at once. They're just like, oh, shuck. And that's when we see Thor dive in.